Now, may I invite Singapore Business Federation's Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Kok Peng Soon, to deliver his introductory remarks. Mr. Kok, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us at the IPS-SBF SG60 Pre-Conference Forum. What a mouthful it is. It's my pleasure to welcome all of you today as we begin a week of very timely and important conversations. This today is an appetizer leading up to the main course, which is the SG60 conference to be held next Tuesday on 29 July. As we celebrate 60 years of nationhood, I think we can all look back with pride on how far we've come as an economy. But as a small, open economy, I think it is our karma, right? It's our karma to be disproportionately affected by the external environment. Now, it's going to be a cliche to say it, but I'm still going to say it, that we are living through an unprecedented era of challenges and opportunities. Geopolitics are shifting the world's tectonic plates. What Trump is doing is practically turning the whole world trading system into a giant, practically reality TV show. I just returned from the third APAC Business Advisory Council meeting in Hai Phong, Vietnam last week. Held under the shadow of Trump's tariff threats, the discussions were dominated by the impact it has on businesses and how supply chains need to be reconfigured. As representatives of the Asia-Pacific business community, we concluded the meeting with a statement calling upon our leaders to affirm the core WTO principles, to de-escalate the current acute trade frictions, and work with businesses to revitalize the enabling environment for all forms of trade. But it is not just about trade and investment flows that businesses have to deal with. The climate crisis, global health challenges, and changes in the societal values are upending individual priorities. How we live and how we work is being constantly reinvented by advances in technology and the emergence of generations who were born digital, many of which I can see are in the room today. Correspondingly, businesses in Singapore face rising pressure to innovate, to digitalize, and to stay globally competitive. And yet, they have to deal with the three immutable constraints in Singapore: manpower, land, and carbon. At the same time, growing demands from consumers and workers are changing what is expected of businesses. Leaders must now consider not just profits and profitability, but also sustainability, social impact, and long-term resilience. The IPS studies, which will be officially released at Panel 1 later, examine these very issues. And some of the questions that the studies seek to answer include: what are the likely scenarios for global economic and business development between now and 2035? What major shifts are expected in the global economic order and the international value chain? What strategic adjustments will Singapore need to make, both at the national level and within the businesses, to remain competitive beyond SG60? And how can government, businesses, and civil society work together to enable an open, prosperous, and inclusive global economy? This pre-forum is therefore not just a warm-up. It is a deliberate and necessary first step. It provides us space to reflect on the external economic and business challenges we face today, and to prepare for the deeper discussions that will take place next week to shape the national conversation on what transformation is needed in Singapore to not just survive, but for us to thrive amidst these challenges. After all, there's a saying from Jack Welch that if the rate of change on the outside exceeds the rate of change inside, then the end is in sight. So let me encourage all of you to engage fully in today's forum, listen closely, ask thoughtful questions, and contribute your perspectives. I look forward to the conversations ahead and to the shared insights that will shape Singapore's next phase of economic growth. Thank you very much.